This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. All right. I want to first start off and give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hope for your elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. All right, coming in with another lesson today. I got a short video I want to play. It says here, right here, fair use, and going into the things that's happening right now with ICE, the operation of gathering up the tribes. Especially mainly going into northern tribes, and yeah, man, things is escalating. Okay, the scripture that I read at the beginning. Okay, that insurrection. Okay, that uprising. We're starting to see it, and it's only going to increase more and more. It's going to intensify. Okay, because it says what a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. All right, and that's going into you Israelites, man. All right, you read that in the book of Amos, chapter 3. I believe it's verse 2, and it says only have the Lord known us, all right, from all the families of the earth. Therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities. Okay, and we're seeing a prelude to to all of this right now. All right, to where we're starting to see this devil, all right, his horns, all right, get to the point to where they're getting ready to start to come down upon you Israelites, man. And it's only going to increase. So I have a video here from this damn Edomite here, man, named Cash Jordan. But it goes into Trump sends in 20,000 troops, okay, to annihilate migrant gangs. Okay, and this is the scenario, all right, the agenda of what they want to push out there upon the masses to think that it is migrant gangs that they're going after. No, man, these are not just only gangs. These are, families that have gotten over here, okay, who wanted to make a living, okay, who wanted to get their families over here from out of the conditions of where they were. But here it is. They came over here to Egypt. Let me see if I can get that right quick. And in Isaiah. All right, because they came over here to Egypt to get another to get a better life. All right, but the scripture says, woe unto you that go down into Egypt for help, man. And that's what we seeing, man. Okay, the northern tribes, they came over here. So let me get this right quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 1. And it says at the top, it says, help not in Egypt, but in the Most High. So I'll read it. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Okay? They didn't want to come seek Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They wanted to come up another way. They wanted to come to America to get a better lifestyle. They didn't trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, they trusted into this place because of the glorious look that it shows across the four corners of the earth. Having that American dream. You get to come over here, make money, going into the different opportunities. So let me get this one here in Isaiah chapter 30. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So yeah, they get over here, all right? They become even more rebellious and not even come look towards Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. They don't want to hear none of the counsel. They still want to believe in Jesus Christos. They want to do their own thing. They want to keep adding sin to sin. They want to come over here and make money and become a bigger demon. It says, verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. See, they wanted to trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. They trusted in this place. They wanted to vote. You know, they want to do all these different things. But when it's concerning with these Edomites, they're about to find out that these Edomites was never their friend. Verse 3. It reads, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay, this is getting ready to be your confusion. All right, out there to you tribes. All right, it's not only northern. You know, Jake finna get it too. This is the part to where we're getting ready to see. All right, you Israelites catch a lot of fucking hell, and it's only going to intensify. Okay, so I'm gonna play this quick video. All right, so it reads. No, I'm gonna play this quick video. I'm done with that. Isaiah 30. Let me see, Isaiah 1, 2, and 3. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna play the video.
Stop! You're under arrest. Stop right there. It's already coming to centerpiece.
In addition to deportations, the Department of Homeland Security is also requesting an additional 20,000 National Guard troops to assist with immigration enforcement.
So the president is asking for a small army to help ICE enforce our immigration laws. And although this would be the first time National Guard troops have been used for such a purpose, proponents say they wouldn't be needed at all if the U.S. border wasn't wide open for the last several years, which allowed untold numbers of criminals to illegally enter our country. And now they don't want to leave.
We see federal agents taking a woman away in handcuffs. That woman has been in the U.S. illegally since 2022 and had warrants out for assault.
We joined ICE on this exclusive week-long operation. In total, they arrested 422 illegal migrants. The majority had criminal convictions or pending criminal convictions.
Some believe it's a step too far. For example, the Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth responding, I'm deeply disturbed that Donald Trump keeps escalating his misuse of our nation's military for his own partisan benefit.
The plan ramps up the Trump administration's ability to arrest and deport more undocumented immigrants. Trump vowed pre- and post-election to conduct the largest deportation operation in U.S. history.
And watch this, a twice-deported illegal migrant from Mexico. He tried to flee in his car, then make a run for it. According to ICE, he has multiple convictions in the U.S., including arson and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
So 20,000 troops might sound like a lot, and surely this is the first time something like this has ever happened. But what nobody upset about these recent developments will tell you is that every single time ICE makes a move...
And you see, this is what it's coming down to. All right? How ICE in the operation, okay, they have been arresting these so-called criminals, which they're not. Some of them may be, but you have a lot of them are families. You know, they're arresting and taking Jake as they're going into the different courthouses to try to get their papers fixed. But they're getting arrested. They're getting deported. You know, you got the activists out there in the front of the gates protesting, okay, to get the ICE agents to stop. You got regular civilians, even councilmen, jumping in front, try to help some of them. But it's not going to work because this is all from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. He's coming to bring down the wrath upon his people. And he's using the sword to do this. You know, all you Israelites who didn't want to take heed to the words of the Lord, you didn't want to hear him. Now we're at the point now to where the Lord is at the point to where he's about to stop talking. Okay, they built it up the narrative, all right, so that they can say that these people are criminals and they need to get deported back to their own country. But who knows what they're doing? They showed on camera that some of them are getting deported. It's old footage. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing with those Jakes? They could be taking them to concentration camps. You know, they could be doing all type of things, splitting up the families. All right, they're taking away families and splitting them up. So who's to say that they already got Jake already in concentration camps? Because they could already just show it on the camera that they're putting them on planes and sending them back. But nah, it's still a whole lot of them left, saying that they're putting them back and bringing them back to I don't know if that was El Salvador, whatever country it was with the high prison. I forgot where it was at, man, but down in the lower parts in Central America, you know. So things is getting ready to amp up, man, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, is still having his arm stretched out forth, man, to you Israelites, man, to let you know to come back, to return, man, because it's getting closer and closer to the point to where the Lord's about to unleash Esau. Okay, and he's gonna do whatever he can and whatever he wants that the Lord allow him to. Okay, Scripture says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found." Right now, the Lord is able to be found. We're still out here doing videos on it, but it's gonna get to a point to where we're not gonna be prophesying of these things anymore, because these things are happening right now. We prophesied these things years ago. These things are taking place now. It's getting to the point to where we're not going to be able to have to keep prophesying to you, man, because we're living within the midst of the prophecies. You got regular people out here talking about the things of what we've been speaking about years ago. Sooner or later, the Lord's about to remove or right his men, okay, from going out there to keep preaching unto you, man, because y'all still being rebellious. And things just amping up, man. And as you go further later on in the video, it shows you the different scenarios, man, of what they're trying to do, man. They're arresting them in Texas, Florida. Here it is. There's a man chased into a pond by ICE agents. They're trying to run away. Come on, man. They're getting them out their houses as soon as they're getting off work. Let me see if I got any more. And then now, oh yeah, let me see if I can get this point with this damn Edomite right here. Because they're getting ready to unleash 20,000 more National Guard troops.
Who think all of this is evil and don't want it to happen one bit. Because as you're about to see, deploying troops to back up ICE when they go to catch criminals is going to work.
They're doing a great job in finding criminals all over the country. So they want to do a great job, and they're going to need more boots on the ground to do it.
Is it possible that they could be involved in some of these arrests and some of these apprehensions in cities, large or small, wherever it may be?
This is the ICE mission. They're going after the worst of the worst in every city and town in America. There's tens of thousands of them in each location, and so having that additional support is going to make a big difference for them.
It's crazy to think that right now in America,
they're trying to say they're going after the criminals, that they need to have the National Guard troops. But these are just Jakes that just came over here to work. How come they're going on construction sites? Okay. How come they're arresting them? How come they're getting a man that's trying to cross a pond? How come they're going to the courts? Okay, as soon as they get their hearing, they're getting arrested there. These aren't the criminals. All right. What happened to all the other people that Biden let in? You know, you got the Egyptians that was coming in, a lot of Ham. All right, a lot of Ishmael was coming over here. A bunch of Chinese was coming over here. So on and so forth. A bunch of different nations came over here. I don't see any arrests with them. So you see, this is all the doing of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. He's coming after his people, man, because y'all have been rebellious. And the Lord said y'all went to go seek after Egypt and not after Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. All right, you trusted in Egypt, and now it's getting ready to be your confusion, man. This place is getting ready to be your confusion. This place is getting ready to be your shame because you trusted in it. And you see that it has failed you, man. And it's only going to get worse, man, because these devils are showing themselves. You know, you got Nero coming back. You got him, his different soldiers. All right, they came back today. And they're coming back, man, to come bring the wrath upon you Israelites, man. And hey, man, wait till they get down on Jake, man. Because they already unleashing it right now down in Memphis to bring in more National Guards to go out there into the hoods, because y'all are the the murder capital of the world, all right, of the United States, the most deaths that's happening out there. So they got to bring in troops. How much more in the other different cities, man? So they're enclosing this place right now as we speak. So how much more, man, you Israelites, man, y'all need to listen, all right? Because, hey, man, it's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man, that's giving out the warnings, man. Because getting to a point to where he's not going to keep warning anymore, man. As we see this thing keep escalating more and more, we're going to keep, prophesying about these things. But, hey, we get to that point to where we're not going to be able much sooner. But, hey, man, that kind of concludes the lesson, man. Just going into a news and prophecy, watching, all right, that this devil is getting ready to come down with that great wrath. Let me just get that right quick in Revelation chapter 12, because that's where we at, man. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so this devil, he knows, okay, that he has a short time. The wrath, all right, it's being kindled, all right, more and more each day. And it's all going to increase, man, to where we're getting ready to start to see Esau come down, man. All right, like a flood, man. He's getting ready to come in. He's getting ready to take Jake, put Jake into concentration camps, gun Jake down. All right, the sword is going to be unleashed. All right, scripture says the sword, all right, it is sharpened. Okay, so the Lord is sharpening his sword, man, to come down and to bring it upon his people, man. All right, because they didn't want to listen. This is what the Lord sent the prophets out there to give them the warning. All right. So, hey, man, Lord willing, you find this lesson edifying out there to you, Akim, Wath. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere, and you hope for elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right. I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Shalom.